a pretty useful skill, whether you're gonna cut your kid's hair, your husband's hair, your own hair. We're just soaking up a little sun here, 75 degrees. Not a whole lot of clouds in the sky, so. All right, you guys see this cut? This is the cut that you'll all be able to be walking around with after this video. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Remember to subscribe so you can get all content just like this, about the lifts, skills, the whole nine. Show me some love. I appreciate you guys. What's going on, guys? Lifting with Dan here. Appreciate you joining me on YouTube once again. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Throw me some likes, some comments, some more stuff you want to see. We appreciate all the love that we can get. We got a lot of good stuff coming at you. So today, we're actually showcasing a skill other than lifting. But don't worry, we're gonna be back to that real quick. Which is hair cutting. Something I've been practicing since I was about 15 years old. And I decided I couldn't wait between haircuts anymore. I couldn't wait the full 2 weeks. So my mom took me to Petco. We scooped a pair of dog hair trimmers, and the rest is history. So special news for you guys is usually I cut my hair every week. At the longest, you know, I wait 2 weeks sometimes. But this time we've waited almost a full month. So we got a shaggy, bushy head of hair to trim up and show you guys in depth, you know, what we go through on a daily haircut. So I know a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, trim that beard's getting out of control. This is a quarantine beard, so you all need to just chill out a little bit. The beard's gonna ride till probably Moses status, to my mom's dismay. Sorry, Mom. So it's not just my own hair I've been cutting for all this time. When I was in college, I would cut all my buddies' hair. We had a line sometimes running out the fraternity house bathroom. Me hanging out there with a trash can and my hair trimmers, which in hindsight is a little bit nasty. You know, I was cutting all these people's hair, and you know, it wasn't really washing that shit in between. But you know, I guess coronavirus makes you think of those kinds of things. So believe it or not, I've actually been stopped in different places. The grocery store, the gas station. I guess those are the only two places I've really been in the last 10 months, but I've been stopped at multiple places, multiple times. People ask me where I get my hair cut, which is pretty neat. You know, it's super flattering when you have been cutting your own hair for so long. People want to know where they can go to get that cut. So I tell them, my bathroom's the barber shop, and soon you guys are gonna see in depth exactly what we do to cut our hair. So there's been a lot of practice, and hopefully it's a skill that you guys find necessary, especially as we continue to be in lockdown to a certain extent in different parts of the world. All right, we're here, we made it. We're at the barber shop. So I'm far from a trained professional, but as they say, practice makes perfect, and I've got a lot of that. First things first, throw the shirt on if you want cleaning yourself in the shower. This will be a whole lot less difficult. Again, remember to subscribe, throw me a like. So first thing, we're gonna trim the mustache up. Just clean it up so that it's not falling over the lip, because it gets that way and then it gets in all the food, and it's a whole other conversation. So first we clean that up. Mustache, clean. trimmer oiled up. Start with no guard, the lowest setting. It's nice just to feel the air on that side of my head once again. A lot of hair coming off today. Now the trickiest part, which a lot of you are probably wondering about, is how do I do the back? So that's what these mirrors here are for. Historically, when I didn't have a wall of mirrors behind me, what I used to do is I used to put the mirror, hold the mirror behind my head and drill with the other hand. So let's just turn around. Alright guys, so when we finish with the zero, the no guard, basically we just want to make sure we have the outline pretty much right in the back. The sides are even, so that when we move into the actual guards, we have a nice foundation. So the first guard we're going to use is the 8. I believe that's a full inch, that's what it says here, 25 millimeters. Now one of the things I also meant to show you is on each one of these trimmers, this is the Wall Super Taper 2, you can see that. On each one of these trimmers, there's a little lever here, which adjusts the guard. So what that does is it gives you like an extra 1/8 of an inch or so to help you blend. So to get between a 2 and a 3 or a 3 and a 4, if you want to fade that area in, you pull that lever back, which makes this guard extend a little bit and makes it a little bit longer. That's important for making it all smooth transitions across all the guards. Now we're going to do a long 8 as we get closer to the front. Alright, so we're jumping around a little bit. We're moving to a 4. I use a 4 guard to get the top and the back of my head and the sides as a fade into the longer part. What I like my haircut, as you guys have probably noticed, it's longer at the top and the front. It's totally buzzed and faded on the sides and moves up into that longer, you know, professional haircut. So as you can see, and hopefully you can see in the mirror behind me, what I'm doing is I'm just trying to shorten the sides to fade up into this top longer part of my hair and get the back as well, because every haircut needs to fit the shape of your head. Remember that. Every haircut doesn't work for every head. So for me, in order to shape this haircut to my head, I have to shorten it in the back, longer in the front, you know, accentuate the rectangularities, if that's a word, don't Webster it, and to really like shape my face and work with the beard. So I go tall to short and then faded buzz on the sides. right, now we're grabbing the 5. We're gonna try to blend it up back towards the 8. Five's done. Now let's try the 6. So with the 6, I like to throw a long 6. See the levers pull back? I like to throw a long 6 up in the front on the sides of the 8 to help fade it in from the side as well. So we got 6 fading in from the back, from the 4, 5, 6, and then a 6 up in here on the sides just to help tighten it up a little bit. Now we're moving on to a 2. I use the 2 for the whole back of my head, for everything that basically wasn't buzzed. I use the 3 to fade the 2 into a 4, and I use a 1 to fade the nothing into the 2. But essentially, it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 are the main guards. I do use the 1 as well though. Yeah. Quick word to the wise. You can always take more hair off. You can't put hair back on. Remember that. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about what we did with the 2. Now that we've taken more hair off, I have a cleaner look at what I need to do to shape up the back. So, I'm going to flip around real quick and shape up the back. throw on the 1, shall we? And you'll see what I mean later about the lever on the back of the trimmer in terms of the blending. I'll show you how the layers look before they're blended, so you get an idea as to how important that is. let's get into a little 3 action. This is a short 3 that we're using to blend the 2 into the 4. Alright, so you see here, if you look closely, you can see the different layers here. So here's what the 0 looks like, here's a 1, and then here's into the top. So obviously these look like very distinct layers. So what we need to do is, we need to blend them together. First blend, long 1 into the 2. Now we take it off, raw, 0 into the 1. So you see what we've done? A lot smoother. I know. All right, so that's how we went from this to this. And next we'll just clean up the neck. I'll show you how much hair we took off. Getting crazy here. So here she is, the final product. We'll do a little 360 here. There's that side, and there's that side. So I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me. Check this out. It's a lot of hair. Thanks for hanging out with me, learning how to cut hair today. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you learned something, because I think it's a pretty useful skill, whether you're gonna cut your kid's hair, your husband's hair, your own hair, your buddy's hair, whatever the case may be. We're all able to cut hair now. So stay tuned for some lifts and more useful skills just like this. Now let's clean ourselves.